Hey, how are we doing today, guys? So today I wanted to do a review on this headset right here. These are the Sennheiser GSP 370s, and I picked these up for about 160 bucks. Normally they're 200, and they're on sale at Micro Center for 160, but they're also on sale at Best Buy for 150 bucks. So if you're thinking about a new gaming headset and you want something wireless, you may want to give these a try. But I did want to say there are a few things that I absolutely love about this headset that you don't get in any other headset, and there's a few things that I dislike. Just like with any other headset, I want to let you guys know if they're worth it and if you should think about picking them up. Stay tuned. So the first thing I want to start out with is the build and design on these headphones. Now, originally, and still just a little bit, I thought these headphones were really ugly in the design, which really doesn't concern me overall, because once you put them on your head, you can't see them. So it doesn't really matter. You can't even rarely see the mic, which also has a really odd design. It's super big. It doesn't really affect the weight too much of this headset. I want to say these are mostly made out of plastic, or these are completely made out of plastic. There's literally like no metal. Like I see the mesh grill for the mic is made of metal and like a few screws here and there, but other than that, pretty much everything on this headset is plastic, which makes these headphones super light. I'm going to touch on that a little bit later on when I talk about the comfort. But overall, these have like a very simplistic design, but it's also a very different design from most headsets that are out there. So moving on to the next thing that I wanted to talk about, which is comfort. Now, because these are all made of like all plastic, these things literally weigh almost nothing. Like I swear this is the lightest gaming headset that I've ever owned, or close to it. Like it's super comfortable and you can wear these for hours on end. Now on the ear cups, which is like my main issue, my main concern when it comes to comfort on a pair of gaming headphones, I have to have this oval shape. Now these have a really open shape so your whole ear can actually fit inside of it, and the actual pads on the side rest on the side of your face and not on top of your ears, which always causes me problems. Any headset I've ever had, if it touches my earlobes, like around the edges or anything like that, like tries to smush it down, it always hurts later on down the line. That could be due to the fact that I have larger than normal ears, or the fact that I wear glasses and it kind of pushes up against that. I don't know what it is. It's never ever comfortable. These, on the other hand, have a big open oval shape, and they're built to actually fit your ears inside the ear cups very comfortably. Now, on the outside of these ear cups, you got this like leatherette material, and then on the top, you've got this like suede or alcantara or something like that. And at first, I thought it was gonna make my ears sweat, but I guess there's like tiny holes that I can't see that keep these very cool. Like they don't ever give me issues with heating around my ears, even when I play for a very long time. Now, moving on to the next thing, talking about playing for a very long time, these headphones have the longest battery life of really any headset I've ever owned. These claim to have a battery life of 100 hours. Now, I have not been able to test that 100 hours simply because the first week that I owned them, I did not charge them. They came with 50%, and it lasted me like a week and 2 days. Like I had no issues at all using these headphones. And then I fully charged them, and I have yet, they're like on 70%, and I'm like halfway through my second week. So these headphones have the longest battery life. So if you're worried about battery, you want something that's gonna last you all day or several days, you don't like plugging up, these will definitely get the job done. Now, another concern I had, which is only brought up by the last pair of headphones that I own, do these charge while you use them? Yes, you can charge these up while you use them. They don't show any indicator that they're charging though if you're using them. They don't, I'm not sure if the light changes colors, but in the software itself, it does not show you that they're charging. But if you just take like 2 minutes to play the game while they're plugged in, and then you look back, you can see the percentage increase over the time that you have them plugged in. So charging while using is a go. Abnormally long battery life is a go. Definitely, these headphones are a pickup if you're looking for something that has a really long battery life. So the next thing I wanted to move into was the features and the software. So on the outside of this headset, you only get one really big volume knob on the right side, and on the left side, you get a power switch that goes back and forth. And those are the only like buttons or knobs you get on this headset, which, coming from me, a person who likes a lot of buttons on everything, like I have a G502 Lightspeed mouse, and I have a small keypad and also a keyboard. I like a lot of buttons. Like everything I have has a lot of buttons or different features that you can activate. These, not so much. Even in the software, this is the perfect example of less is more. Like There's literally only the simplest things. You want to go from 2.1 to 7.1, click it, it's done. You want reverb, done. You want gain, you want to change the gain in the mic, done. Everything's pretty simple. You want to change the EQ settings. It looks super simple, and it is super simple, which makes it easy and nice to use on a consistent basis if you like me and you like to change things up a lot. Now, talking about that charging again, these do have one of my biggest pet peeves of 2020, a micro USB. Now, I'm not even sure when these were made, but they have a micro USB, and I'm trying so hard to get away from micro USB. That way I can just have one cord on my desk that plugs up everything. Right now I've got two. I've got one micro USB and I've got USB-C just to plug up any peripherals that are on my desk or anything like that. But considering that these have a 100-hour battery life, I do not condemn them for having micro USB. If they had any shorter battery life, I would probably condemn them like I have other headphones. But because I don't have to put these on the charger frequently at all, like maybe I'll probably end up putting these on the charger maybe like every week and a half. Like that's with heavy use. I think that I won't have to charge these more than once every week and a half. Whereas other headsets that I've owned, I've had to charge like every 2 days. That's gonna be a very good change for me, especially considering I hate plugging things in. Like I literally cannot stand it. I wish everything just like magically charged, but it doesn't do that. You gotta plug it up. You can't forget to. Alrighty, so moving on to the next thing, which is the sound. The most important thing about a gaming headset, about any headset, sound. How do these headphones sound? And I gotta say, these headphones, I've heard of Sennheiser and I know what the brand means, what it stands for, and that is great audio quality. Now, these headphones sound amazing, but there is a caveat. They're not bass heavy headphones. They do not have a lot of bass. You cannot tweak them to the point where they have a heavy bass. They don't have it. They're like, the signature sound of these is like super clean, super crisp audio. And I didn't really know I needed that until I got these. I play a lot of like first person shooters where hearing everything around you is like imperative, and it's like a huge part of the game. Before this, I've used like JBL headphones, and I've used some Astros, and I noticed that those have a little bit more bass. Even when you switch over to the treble focus modes or the esports modes, these headphones have a esports mode that's pretty much just a treble boost and a mid boost, and these things literally, you can hear everything. Like, they sound so great. Like, even when you're listening to music, and this is a thing that was a big deal to me, because I've never heard a pair of headphones that I can listen to play the game in 7.1 and also listen to music in 7.1 and actually be able to enjoy the music. That's different with these headphones. These headphones sound amazing. Like I say though, if you're a bass heavy type of person and you need a lot of bass, these are definitely not gonna be for you. But if you want something that's crystal clear and you can hear everything and everything sounds really good and really balanced, this is the perfect headset, especially if you play competitive shooters like I do. Now, another thing I wanted to touch on as far as audio is the 7.1. Now, I have always found 7.1 in a lot of headphones to be like super finicky, and it's like sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. These are different. Now, I tested these with the two games that I play the most, and that is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War right now and Apex Legends. I can tell you without a doubt that this is the best positional audio I've ever used in any gaming headset I've ever used. Turtle Beach, Astro, the Steel Series headphones, my JBL headphones, Lucid. I've owned a lot of gaming headphones. This is the best positional audio, point blank period. All you have to do is hit that 7.1 button, and there's a huge difference, especially if you put it in the esports mode, which I said earlier is like a treble boost, and it just gives you a more clear, crisp sound. These headphones will literally, anybody who's moving up on you, you will absolutely hear, unless they got like Ninja on or something like that on Cold War where you can't hear their footsteps. This headphone will literally tell you if they're above you, below you, beside you, diagonal, wherever they are. It's literally gonna easily, like you're actually hearing it in person, you're gonna be able to tell exactly where that person is. That's the last thing I wanted to say on the sound quality and the 7.1 surround. It's great. Like if you're looking for something that sounds good, and you're not super specific on like super loud bass, super heavy bass, this is definitely the headset to get. So the last thing I wanted to do was a mic test so you could actually hear what this sounds like and kind of determine if you think it sounds good enough for something you may want to use it for. Now this headset does come with different gain options in the software, so you can increase, decrease the gain. You can change the tone, like a warm tone, a cool tone. I won't really be messing with that right now. I'll just leave the settings default just so you can hear what it sounds like. I do want to let you know I haven't had any issues with people being able to hear me in party chat. It seems to get through pretty easily. 9 times out of 10 though, in my personal opinion, I don't really care about how I come across on the mic as long as people aren't complaining about it. So nobody said anything bad about it. So I'm assuming it's good, but we're going to hear in this mic test right now.
Alrighty guys, so this is a mic test. Let me move that, let me correct that. Alrighty guys, so this is a mic test with the GSP 370s. I just have the gain on the Sennheiser software set to 30%, and I haven't adjusted the gain in the Audacity software. This is exactly what it would probably sound like if you were talking in party chat or if you're using it to record audio. I have it set to the eSport setting, which is like treble focus, which sets the normal voice profile to off versus the warm and cool options that you have down below. Let me know down below in the comment section if you think it sounds good or if you think it sounds like trash.